What's going on, MSFers? Duelim here, back again with another video. And today, we've got Old Man Logan Trials. That's right. I'm going to give you my guide for level 15. The scourges that you need, and only having to do, I think, 8, maybe 9 nodes. I think it's only 9 nodes. I think if you put all of the scourges on, you only have to do 8, but the 9th node is extremely trivial, so just don't make it harder on yourself for the nodes that are actually slightly difficult. So for the scourges, we're not going to put on extra health. The Cosmic Hero ones, we don't want to do that because they do more damage and we lose damage. But you do want the Spider Society one on, Godspeed Spider-Man, because you get more damage, 50% more damage. Now, the Sinister Six enemies or characters in general have 10% max health. But the damage definitely outweighs the max health that they have. So you definitely want this one on. When any character defeats an enemy, fill their speed bar by 20%. Definitely want that. All Cosmic Crucible abilities are active. You want Cabal being able to do their Cosmic Crucible stuff. Same with like Superior 6, MOE, all that good stuff. Hero characters deal an additional 10% to other hero characters. That's fine. Sure, why not? And then all war abilities are active during this run. So that's going to be the Scourges. Let's get into node number 1. All right, coming into node number 1, we're going to use Spider Society. And I know this node is unrestricted, but Spider Society can absolutely roll this node. And you're able to get cooldowns up. So that's really, really nice. And having cooldowns up will make node 4 a lot easier, because node 4 is the only really difficult node in pretty much this entire Scourge, honestly. But yeah, it's not too bad. It's pretty straightforward, honestly. But for this node, all you got to do is just get through it. That's literally all you have to do, is just get through it. It's not really bad at all. You do want to hit a skirmisher here, or a vulnerable here, to make sure you get some extra speed from Pav. And then we'll just go here down the middle with Noir. And we can stun the rescue here. And you see Spider Society does some really, really good damage. We'll get a nice ability block slow on the Kestrel, and I know she's going to clear it, but we're going to get an assist. We're going to get a lot of damage, and we're actually going to get her dead before she even takes a turn. So she's a goner with another assist here, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there it is, goner. So that was pretty easy. Kestrel doesn't even take a turn. New defense downs, no pings, nothing like that. And then here, I'll take out the shield medic just so she doesn't heal anybody, revive anybody, or anything like that. You see Darkhawk does literally next to 0 damage. Then we're going to go on to Mockingbird. You can ult here. You do still have 17 enemies remaining, so it's not too bad. But you see the Pav ult deletes. Like 7/7, 2 Diamond Pav, G18 does some pretty good work. I will ult here because I can. I'll get the cooldown back. Remember, Penny, when she basics, she gives energy. So if she's basicking a decent amount, she's going to give a lot of energy. Also, you get energy on spawn with Spider Society, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if that's outside of raids or not. Don't quote me. I'm too dumb for that. And then we'll go back on the Mockingbird over here, because Mockingbird does do some pretty good damage. And like I said, we are going to get the ult here, because it doesn't matter. You're going to get the cooldowns back, so we can kind of control this wave with the big ult there, flipping a lot of positive effects and all that good stuff. And then you see the striker attack gives energy. Again, Noir, he's got pretty low cooldowns, so we can definitely push that. And then here we can ult too. We'll get all this stuff back. Especially when you're auto-basicking, they take a lot of hits. So as long as you control the wave, it's pretty over. But you'll see a lot of them have 0 turn meter, so I can control this wave for quite a while. And I just hit the ones who have the highest turn meter, who are about to take a turn, because I don't want them to take a turn, obviously. And it's pretty easy from there. So you'll see he's dead. Now you're the next highest turn meter. You're dead. You're going to bleed out, so let's make sure I start doing damage over here. And again, the basic gives energy. There's a bunch of energy. You're still going to bleed out, so I'll go here. Okay, and then we'll go on Fury, so Fury doesn't basic. We'll go on Fury again. But yeah, see, I'm getting all my cooldowns back immediately anyway. So it doesn't matter. See, Noir's back up to his ultimate, and he just used it, and we're back up to everybody's abilities are back up because of Penny. So I mean, it's super straightforward. We could special here on Rescue because it's only a 4-turn cooldown. Get that stun so she doesn't do anything stupid. And then this is the last wave here, so it's pretty straightforward, honestly. You just basic here, get a slow on Kestrel. You just want to make sure the important characters are slowed. The important characters aren't doing any sort of stupid stuff. And then you're just going to basic out from here pretty much. I'm going to use the special here because I want to take that speed up off of these characters here and then make sure Kestrel takes a lot of damage, which definitely should be happening here. Yep, there it is. And then I can basic here. And then I can basic here. It hits Kestrel. Kestrel's a goner. Awesome. We'll get these positive effects off because Penny's basic is ridiculously good. So you'll see we'll get some healing effects and stuff like that out, but not the biggest issue at all. We'll kill Fury here so he doesn't get the minions out. Maria Hill is going to get some minions out, but again, it doesn't matter, dude. They're not doing any damage at all. Yeah. Since now Spider Society is farmable, this has become just so much easier. But this is really just about prepping cooldowns. I'm going to special here to make this a little bit quicker for the video purposes. But honestly, this is pretty much just going to auto-basic it out from here, and it's over. You see they're just not doing any damage. And then Penny counterattack just gives me more energy as well, so I'm not even going to have to worry about cooldowns at all here. We'll kill you because you're a damage threat. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it from here. There's the counterattacks. That gets missed. Let's see. I'll take out the healer because why not? It's not like it matters anyway. And then Penny getting energy, giving out energy, and yeah. And it's over. All right, cool. So let's get into the next node. All right, next up, we've got Out of Time. So we've got Black Knight, far left cap next to Black Knight. Peggy, we're going to move her to the corner here, and then we're going to move CGR here because Starnak is extremely useless, and we don't want him to die. And then we're going to come into this. I do have Striker on CGR, Raider on Starnak, Healer on Peggy, and then we've got Fortifier on the other two because they pretty much just stand there and take a beating. They also give a good amount of energy. Good morning, Gamma Brad. How are you, buddy? But yeah, this node's pretty straightforward, honestly. It's not that bad at all. Don't worry about cooldowns because you actually don't use Out of Time ever again. Because you don't have to do node 10 and node 6 is Cabal. So the cooldowns literally don't matter here. You can keep them if you really, really want to. If you're feeling spicy for fun, sure, go for it. But again, it's not needed at all. It literally does not matter. We're going to ult here. So we're going to focus on the Strange here because we don't Strange Rewinding Turn Meter or anything like that. You'll see the Wong did get stunned by the CGR special. So we're going to go down the middle here. Starnak does some actually pretty decent damage with the war buffs on. And then you'll see Mordo's going to take a turn at ult, which is fine. We'll get some energy here. And then here, we're just going to basic because I don't really need to use the ult. Special here to get some positive effects up. We got counterattacks and stuff like that, so that's cool. And then we could just start working on Gwenum here. Okay. She's going to ult, but that's going to do pretty much nothing, and the counterattacks are going to kill her. Hopefully before Black Knight wastes a ping on her, but probably not. Oh yeah, Black Knight didn't waste the ping. Nice. All right, so we had the immunity for his thing going up, and then we could just auto basic on the Wong to make sure we have cooldowns for the next wave. So now we've got 2 Madeleines, a Strife. Also, I've seen the Madeline spawn where this Madeline is, the one who has trauma, and then I've also seen the other Madeline spawn where Agent Venom spawns. So that might be a little random. That's interesting. I've almost always seen Madeline spawn where Agent Venom is and Agent Venom where Madeline is, but I guess it's random, which is fascinating. That's very interesting. But yeah, you definitely want to take out these Madelines quick. They do hit extremely hard. So taking out these Madelines is definitely a priority. We'll ult down the middle here to get a lot of damage on the Strife. And then Emma goes. Cool. Still stuck on this taunt. I guess you could save Cap ult for this if you really want to, so Cap ult can take the taunt off, like this. God, I'm like I have a crystal ball. Oh yeah, so CGR just absolutely deleted there. CGR is kind of nice to have on the last node, but you don't have to do the last node, so it doesn't matter. CGR just got one shot by Madeline for 6 million damage. But if you want to do the last node, I usually do CGR with Cabal and Black Knight, and it's a pretty nice combo, but it's obviously not needed at all. But I will make sure Madeline Pryor dies here because she's pretty much the only damage dealer. We'll go down the middle here with the ult. Okay, Madeline Pryor is probably going to be dead from that. Awesome. Let's get an ult here so we get Safeguard up because Void Knight's about to ult. And I don't want him flipping everything, so I have Safeguard up. It doesn't matter. I have Safeguard immunity. That does absolutely nothing. Cool. I also still have Safeguard, so that does nothing still. Doesn't take off my positive effects at all. We'll kill this anti-venom so he doesn't heal up at all, because this one's going to heal up and steal some buffs from me. And yeah, it's pretty much over from here. Again, you don't need really anybody to survive here. Oh wait, CGR is back because of Peggy, right? Because we have war buffs on. So CGR is back, woohoo! It literally doesn't matter. We don't need him. And then we could just ult because again, or special because it doesn't matter. Let's just get damage to get through the node a little bit faster. Void Knight's probably going to die to bleeds. Yep. All right, cool. And that's node number 2. Let's get into node number 3. Coming into the first Cosmic Bio node, we've got Super Scroll and essentially my 4 biggest Cosmic Bio tunes. We got Mr. Fantastic, Black Bolt. Remember, Cosmic Crucible effects are available. Also, I have Nova because war effects are in use. And then I also have Void Knight. Void Knight's going to be a great clump and ability block. Also, he's really great if you can get it to... get him to survive to the to the last wave where APOC is, because then you'll steal energy from him. And contrary to mobile gamers' belief, the energy steal cannot be resisted from Void Knight. The energy steal from Star-Lord T'Challa can be resisted because you need to land a negative effect with Star-Lord T'Challa to get the energy steal. You have to land blind. So, yeah. So we're going to go here on Nemesis again. Get that ability block there, get that clump. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to stun the Dark Beast in the middle here. Never mind. No, I'm not. He's going to block it. That's pretty funny. But we'll get the nice rewind down the middle here. And again, the rewind's not nearly as strong as it usually is because I don't have any villains with me here. You see the Black Bolt ping's doing some pretty good damage. Now, I do want to target this Dark Beast over here with a special because I do want this Dark Beast to die. And I got a Striker attack and the burps because the Dark Beast put a lot of bleeds out there, and these bleeds do a lot of damage. So definitely don't want that doing anything. We got the Mr. Fantastic ult hitting everybody because, again, Cosmic Crucible rules are in effect. Black Bolt just gets deleted there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ult, and I'm a Raider, so it doesn't matter who I target. I'm going to ult here with Super Scroll just to get some barrier up there for me and then get some nice kills, which gives me 20% turn meter because I have the pack that gives me 20% turn meter when I get a kill. We got the counter attack there, so it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to ult here. I'm going to make sure Archangel dies to the Striker attack. Good thing I targeted him because I want him dead. Cool, he's a goner now, and then it's literally just Apocalypse here. And now pretty much what you need to do is everybody here can die except for Super Scroll. It literally does not matter. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to special to get a little bit of a rewind and also put a exposed on him because the exposed mechanic will do good damage to him. And then we're just going to pretty much just beat our heads into him. Sure, I'll get a stun on him that he's going to clear anyway and heal from. I forgot he heals from that. That was a little bit of a mistake there. But you see stealing the energy was really good there. So now we're going to just essentially pound into him. He's got Disrupt and Slow because of the Super Scroll basics. So now he's just going to take a lot of damage here. And you'll see we're just going to get basics. And then Super Scroll is probably going to end up killing him. And that's it. Super easy. Literally only Super Scroll needs to survive, but I had 4 survive, so that's nice. Let's go to the next node. All right, coming into node number 4, we're going to start off with a sack with invaders. This is going to be the hero's skill nodes. And these nodes this node is pretty rough, honestly. This is probably the hardest part of the Scourge in general. Honestly, this is the node where a lot of people are going to get stuck. This is the one that you're going to need to reset a decent amount on to get some good RNG, to get some good placement, whatever it might be. But the goal with this is going to be sacking the lizard abilities, because you don't want them specialing or ulting into your Spider Society members. Also, it doesn't really matter who you target anywhere. Doing damage isn't going to do anything, so it's not like it matters. We could do some damage to this lizard if you really, really want to, but again, it doesn't matter. But you'll see he specials turn 1 instead of ulting. It's a little bit different than what we're used to, but that's one ability from the lizard on the island. And then Kraven does get the special out as well. And remember, it's Cosmic Crucible abilities, so he gets to hit everybody. Rhino's going to go right now as well. And then hopefully Lizard doesn't hit all 3. He did hit all 3, but that's okay. So we'll come back in with another sack, and Lizards will need to ult, and then Kraven will ult as well. All right, for my next sack, we're going to be doing some Infinity Watch, Star-Lord Annihilation, because he's one of my bigger characters, Black Widow, and Shang-Chi. Literally does not really matter who you use, honestly, but you do want some tankier characters to survive a little bit, so they're not just getting deleted turn 1, because obviously we want Kraven to take a turn. We need Lizard to take 2 turns as well, so that would be really, really nice. But yeah, so let's see what we can pull here. And we can special here. Sure, why not? We can get a basic on that one there. So, you see that ult comes out. And then what's going to happen is Kraven's going to ult. So we didn't get to pull that one lizard ult. But honestly, it shouldn't matter too much. I'm still going to go into it with Spider Society and beat it with this. All right, coming in, we got Spider Society, and they're at 3.2 million. They are pretty big. They do have diamonds. Some of them are G19, as in Peter, Penny, and Noir. And I do have Peter as a healer. You could run him as a skirmisher, but I really like the survivability of it. Now, this is after the 2 sacks that we did, so we shouldn't have much to worry about in terms of damage and stuff like that coming from them. It's mostly just going to be getting in front of this wave and making sure that nothing bad happens to us. But what I've noticed a lot of people doing is they're targeting the lizards right off rip, and that's not what you should be doing. You should absolutely be targeting the Green Goblin, because what the Doc Ock, because Doc Ock will heal his allies every time there is a block. So you want to make sure Doc Ock is dying, because if not, he's going to heal up those lizards over and over and over again, and we don't want that. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to put an ult on Kraven here. Do some good AoE damage. It's like an AoE and a chain. There's like a hybrid between the two, so that's going to do a lot of damage. As you can see, Doc Ock is probably a goner now because of the speed he just gave himself, and he is. And now what we're going to do here is we're going to make sure we start focusing on the left Spider Slayer, because the right lizard might end up specialing or ulting, so we want to make sure we're going to start working on the Spider Slayer that is farthest away from the taunt in case we cannot get to him. We are essentially going all in on that Spider Slayer right now. And then what we're going to do is we do have some controlling effects from Penny right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the ult from Penny here and get that stun that got resisted. Yikes, mate. You suck. All right, we're going to get an ult here. Instead of the ability block, we get an ult. So I put defense down and bleeds all over the place. So now what should happen here is they are going to get absolutely annihilated. I'm going to put a special on Spider Slayer here to make sure he bites the dust. The other Spider Slayer will absolutely die to bleeds. This Spider Slayer will die to bleeds now. So let's work on the low health lizards. We don't have to worry about him being a problem anymore. We can basic on him again. I believe that calls in assist if I'm not mistaken. It does. Noir, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. And then what we can do is I'll put an ability block on this lizard, because once Green Goblin Classic lands, I won't be able to put an ability block on him anymore. So let's do that right now to make sure we have that taken care of. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to basic here. We want to save that Penny stun for when Green Goblin Classic drops, presumably really, really soon. We're going to keep working on the lizard here, because obviously this Spider Slayer is going to end up falling over and dying, so it doesn't matter. We can leave them alive and make sure we get some cooldowns back before the next wave spawns, just like this. So now what we can do is we do the same thing that we did to Doc Ock in the first wave. We're going to do that to Green Goblin Classic now. So we're going to special turn 1, because if you don't land any negative effects with the special, Noir gets 50% turn meter, and he gets to go again. So I'm going to get it go again, and then I get to put the ult out there, which puts a really nice ability, or not ability block, some bleeds, and usually heal block. It got blocked, though, unfortunately. And we got some dodges out there. Incredible. So now we can actually ability block the Green Goblin Classic because he has no charges. And now from here, it's just pretty much whittle down this node. Make sure they don't take any big turns, and we're pretty good. You'll see Lizard did end up taking a turn there, which is a little unfortunate. But what we're going to do is we're going to stun this Kraven, because Kraven using his special is not good at all, believe it or not. It's a really, really impactful special that hits everybody because of Crucible rules. And then we also don't want the Green Goblin Ultimate to use his special, because he will delete somebody that's in stealth, because there are war effects in place right now. So we want to make sure Green Goblin Ultimate, the one from Underworld, is dead and gone, and he should be right here and now. You're a goner. Awesome. We'll kill the Green Goblin Classic to make sure he doesn't take a turn. And then from here, it's over, gents. We've got Slow and Mysterio. He's going to take a while to get to his next turn. We'll keep working on this Kraven. And then we're just building back cooldowns right now, honestly. You'll see Noir is ready to go for cooldowns. I believe Peter B is ready to go now as well. Peter B is indeed ready to go. I think Pav is also ready to go, but we're about to see in a second when he takes a turn. Pav is ready to go as well for the next wave. Ghost is ready to go as well. I don't know if Penny's going to get to her turn, but that's okay. We get odd spawn energy, and it's just that easy, gents. Let's get to the next node. All right, coming into node number 5, requiring villain, and yeah, just run Cabal, Sus, and APOC, and they just absolutely delete it. Yeah, you get 50% extra damage on villains from the Iron Patriot passive. You can also control the wave really quickly once Super Scroll gets a crit as well, because then you'll get the good old speed up on the Cabal members. APOC is there for an extra 20% damage, and yeah, it doesn't matter. The good thing about this also is Super Scroll takes like 5 turns in a row here, so getting all of these abilities, all of the defense ups off of them is really nice. You can absolutely ult turn 1. It does not matter at all. You'll come back to that, I promise. And then you'll see this wave just gets deleted. And then the extreme members come in here. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to basic once again. Remember, we did have that pact on that gives 20% turn meter to every time you get a takedown. So that does a lot of stuff for you. We're just going to basic with the Cabal members, because we want to make sure that they are not, they don't lose their cooldowns or anything like that, because we want to make sure we have those up. But what we can do here is we can definitely special here on Forge to make sure Forge is a goner with the Striker attack. He should be. Namor Striker. Nope, maybe not. And then honestly, we really don't need APOC abilities anywhere else, so I'm just going to APOC ult and make sure nobody does anything stupid. It looks like Nova is just barely under the threshold for the charge mechanic. He's a goner. You're a goner. You're a goner, and I have full Cabal cooldowns ready to go. I think I have Sus cooldowns as well. Let's go to the next node. All right, coming into node number 6, we've got 7-star Cabal, Emma Frost, and Loki. And obviously Cabal, we're going to put leader in the middle because it doesn't matter, honestly. With leaders in the middle, sure, who cares? It really doesn't matter. The goal here is obviously you want to... Honestly, it really doesn't matter what the goal here is, because you don't have to do node 10, so you can limp through this node and do completely fine. It doesn't matter. You can absolutely try to save some cooldowns for when you need them for the next villain node, but you really don't need them for the next villain node. We're going to put the special on Peter B here to get some good assists on Peter B. We're going to get the special once again on Peter B to get more assists and more stuff. We want to make sure that heal block and that trauma is on him. Next up, we're going to use the ultimate on Vol here, because Vol has a vulnerable. If Penny has a vulnerable, she's a good target for that as well, but Penny did not have a vulnerable. Next up, we're going to use the ult because I just used 2 big cooldowns, so we're going to give the energy back. We're also going to delete those pre-taunters. Then we're going to use the Emma ult on the Penny in the corner here because we don't want Penny doing anything. Then we're going to make sure she dies, essentially, from all these assists and such, because she is definitely a problem. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put another special on Pav here. Penny should be dead in the corner there, absolutely. If she's not dead in the corner there, you could absolutely target her for the assists to help out, but it's fine. And now, honestly, I'm in cooldown conservation mode. I'm going to get this on Weaver here because I want a vulnerable on her quickly so she doesn't get turn meter. And then what I'm going to do is basic here and just hit this clump here. And then, yeah, Weaver doesn't get turn meter now, so it really doesn't matter. We could put slow out there, but again, it doesn't matter. Emma is useless from here on out. You'll see Noir just deleted her anyway, so it's not like it really matters. We can absolutely use the special here because we will not have to worry about Namor special. I'd rather have his ult up. We're going to basic here. Hopefully kill Noir for the first time here. And then what we're going to do is actually finish off Noir because he could definitely be a nuisance and do a lot of damage. And then the Jane has slow, defense down, and she is a goner. So node number 6, pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Let's get to the next one. All right, next Cosmic Bio node, we're going to be using Super Scroll, and we're using 4 idiots with him once again. It's Photon for some percent damage, Nova for some controlling effects, Void Knight and Mr. Fantastic. They're kind of low, but maybe they can do something. If they can, I can always swap them out. You can run Cosmo in here for some healing effects as well. That's what I did on my first run that I didn't record because I did have just Sus alive on the first Cosmic Bio node. But yeah, should be just fine and dandy. We're going to get a lovely, lovely basic here. And then we're going to get a ability block on Shang-Chi because we don't want him ulting. If you don't have that ult, you can definitely put in somebody that has higher focus. So Misty Knight targets somebody that's not Super Scroll. So you can make sure to take him out and ability block him turn 1. What I'm going to do here is actually target this guy over here because Johnny Storm does a decent amount of damage, actually. And I didn't want that coming out. So then we're going to get the special to get a blind out there so that they can't do any damage. And then, oh, he clears it. That was fun. So yeah, I'm going to save that because I don't need it right now. The rest of this node is not that bad at all. Or the rest of this wave is not that bad at all. We're going to make sure Thing doesn't do anything. Thing doesn't do anything stupid. Yeah, I'm dumb. So we have the special ready to go. I'm going to basic here and kill all of them. And Super Scroll is going to get 80% turn meter from that because of the packs. And then what we're going to do here is make sure we put an ability block here and get a little bit of a rewind because we don't want Namor ulting. That would be very, very bad. We're going to get a basic on Namor here to keep hitting the exposed and do a bunch of damage. Then we're going to get a big boy ult, and I'm going to target Mr. Fantastic here to get some damage on him for the striker attack. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to special Colleen Wing because Colleen Wing is definitely annoying. And then I'm going to ult here to hopefully do pretty good things. Nope, no good things there. Why did he not target everybody there? Does he need a certain amount of Illuminati members? Probably. All right, well, I'm going to do the striker attack there for percent health damage, and then the passive's going to proc there, so that's really good. And then you see, this is the end of the wave right here. This is it. This is the end of the wave. This is it. This is why I told you you don't need to save cooldowns and don't really need anybody else alive after on the first Cosmic Bio node. This node is a joke. It's limp through the first node and just absolutely destroy the second node, and it's a goner. So that's going to be Cosmic Bio, the second one. All right, node number 8, I think this is Hero Skill. Once again, we're just going to be running the Spider Society team. If you need and have a big Black Knight, you can absolutely throw Black Knight in here over Noir. My Noir is 2 Diamond G19, though, so he's massive and does a lot of damage. So I like Noir here. This node is definitely time-consuming, especially if you don't have cooldowns ready. We're going to special on the Absorbed Man in the back. Hopefully he blocks twice and gives me a bunch of turn meter. He absolutely did. And then what we're going to do is we're going to ult with Pav to get a bunch of damage and put some defense downs on these characters in the corner here. Hopefully put slow out there. And then Noir should probably take another turn pretty soon. You'll see the Abominations will put some stuns out there, which is a little unfortunate. Not terrible, though. We'll get an ult here to get some more damage on that clump. I've noticed the Abominations always double stun whoever they targeted the first time, and I've noticed it's always Peter B. I'm not sure if that's coding related or if it's just been my RNG, but the 4 times I've done this now, it's always been like that. So yeah, I guess that's a thing. We're going to ult here to take off the taunt and put out slow and bleeds because the ult does take off the taunt from the primary target after the rework. We got the ult going on Penny there, but Penny resists it like a badass. We've got the dodges there. We've also got the blocks, so good times there. Nothing sticks, doesn't matter. We'll get the special here to make sure we're doing some good damage and taking out Moonstone with that secondary hit. Now, these Absorbing Mans do some good damage, so definitely be wary of that. I'm going to put a special out here, but he's going to dodge it, so I'm not going to take off the taunt, but it is what it is. It's fine. It's really just getting through these Absorbing Men and then getting through the Gamma members over here before Red Hulk spawns. That's pretty much going to be your goal. We're just going to basic out a little bit here. We can get the special here to do some more damage because I do want to get through these guys a little bit quicker. And that does do some good damage. Obviously, Abomination does some stuff there, but when I block, I clear things. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter, honestly. I'm going to special here on Brawn. Because, again, if I don't put out those bleeds, I get an extra 50% turn meter for Noir, and that's really nice. You see they just did get a bunch of turn meters, so, yeah, that can happen, but it's not the worst thing in the world. You just kind of auto-basic through their positive effects and not care. Again, with the special, starting to do some damage, but we have lovely times from good old Peter B healing up a bunch. I am going to stun this Brawn, though, if I can. It didn't work, but I'll get the Striker attack to give me some more damage and also give me more energy. We're going to be stuck on another taunt on the corner over there. But again, we have blocks, so every time we block, we're getting more and more negative effects cleared. I am going to ult here on Pav. With Pav to make sure we're getting through this clump over here. Okay, that seems to be good. We'll save that, but we are going to basic here to get through him. Most of them don't have abilities anymore, which is great. Okay. And then we're going to get a special or an ult down the middle here to get some bleeds out there and some heal blocks and such. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take off all of these buffs from them. Their speed up, defense up, all that kind of stuff. And make sure they don't take a bunch of turns in a row here. You can see I've literally killed one person in the last 5 minutes. Like, this is really, really time consuming. But it's a pretty easy node, all things considered. So it's not bad at all. I am going to ability block the Brawn here just in case. I don't know if he's about to ult again and do some percent damage and do some things I don't want him to do. But I'd prefer if he didn't do that. We'll special here to get a double tap and potentially kill one of the Absorbing Men. Yep, we did. Awesome. And then what we're going to do is we're going to basic on the other Absorbing Man, so they should take off the defense or the death proof, and that should call in an assist. He's a goner now. Awesome. And then from here, we need to start targeting all the Gamma members because you don't want the Gamma members doing bad things to you. So we're going to target this Abomination here. Because he is lower health and he should die to that bleed now. Also, we're going to get a very nice stun on She-Hulk so she doesn't have any charges and throw things back at us. We do kind of want to make sure these Hulks are not alive by the time the next wave drops, but we can't always ensure that. But if we can, that would be great. So Red Hulk doesn't have immunity. But again, we can't always 100% predict that. We are going to basic on the Hulk here. Hopefully he gets speed bar and ends up dying to those bleeds just like that. And then we'll do the same thing to the other Hulk here. And we're going to basic him. Hopefully he gets speed bar and then dies to the bleeds, which he should. Nope, he got death proof before that, but the counterattack should end up killing him. Yep, they do. Awesome. So we're going to kill Hulk to make sure he dies because when the next wave drops, there's a Red Hulk. And I don't want Red Hulk having that safeguard and immunity because I want to be able to control him really quickly. And there's the Red Hulk, and there's the ability block and slow immediately on him. I also get a slow on Kang right off rip as well. And then we're just going to do the most damage to Kang and Red Hulk while we can. And then what we're going to do is ult on Kang for the rebound chain here. It's nice having that Abomination up still because then Kang just gets one shot, just like that. Then we can stun the Red Hulk, so even if he gets turn meter and all that stuff, it doesn't matter. But it didn't stick. That's okay. We can still push him because he has ability block, so we can do a bunch of damage to him. And Titania is probably going to die to adjacent damage here. And then he's going to basic. Yep, awesome. Don't care. And then we're just going to all-in him and make sure we have enough damage to take him out. And we should be good with the special here. Yep, gone. And Titania is a goner as well. And that's it for, I believe that's node number 8, if I'm not mistaken. All right, node number 9, we've got Cabal sus APOC. And if you don't have Cabal or they died or you had to limp through the Cabal node, or maybe sus barely lived, doesn't have cooldowns, whatever it is, you can use MOE. You could use Superior 6 because remember, you have Cosmic Crucible rules in effect. So things like MOE, Superior 6 do really, really, really great. And they're full villain teams. So you can absolutely wipe this even without Cabal. But Cabal's just the fastest because they give villains extra damage, and sus likes extra damage, believe it or not. So yeah, we have the special from sus. You could basic too. You don't really need a special. I'm just making sure I get more chances for a crit. We do have sus as a raider for this so that they get speed up. So that Cabal gets speed up when sus crits. We'll just ult here because, again, cooldowns literally do not matter at all. Once again, we'll ult just to get some big damage out on the board. Get a rewind to make sure they're not taking turns. We'll kill Spider-Woman here because she can do some damage. And then we are going to target the Viv Vision in the corner because we don't want her flipping all the positive effects and everything like that. The assist should be close to killing her. No, that's okay. She's dead now. So yeah, you can see Cabal with just the extra damage is nutty. Yeah, just all the extra damage from Cabal, all the extra damage with APOC, because APOC gives another 20%, so you're really getting 70% extra damage. And yeah, it's a run over here. So we'll just slowly run through this. We'll kill Squirrel Girl so she doesn't get to revive or heal people. So we don't have to worry about that. And then we'll go here because this is an AoE attack. It'll miss Kate, but that's fine. We'll special here because it'll kill both of them. And then we just have Miles Morales, and he's a goner. And that is it for villain node number 9. That's how you're going to get a 7 yellow old man Logan. It's pretty straightforward. Super Scroll carries all of the cosmic bio nodes. Cabal carries their node. Cabal also carries the villain nodes. Super Scroll is an absolute necessity for this run. But yeah, until next time, this has been Duelim. Later, MSFers.